I am out in the arbor garden tonight, well it's kind of this evening, trying to figure out my slug issue. Now, I have a bit of a plan. I don't know whether it's going to work. It's just kind of something that I came up for myself, and that is to cover the plants with these, if I can get them out, these cups, and to just put the cup over them and push the cup, push the cup into the ground a little bit in hopes that the slug won't be able to actually crawl to the plant. Now, this is either going to be a huge breakthrough in the war against slugs, or it's really not going to work. But I've really been struggling with the slugs. They've really been taking out all of my seedlings, and it's really making me sad. So I'm trying all different things to try to figure out how to protect my seedlings, because I'm losing seedlings, I think, faster than I'm planting them. So I'm gonna turn you around and show you what I'm doing. I had to run in and get a sweater on because it's getting a little bit chilly. Now, as I'm doing this, where I'm putting the cups over the plants, I'm going to have to be really vigilant about getting back out here and uncovering them before the sun hits, and before it starts to warm up, or I'm just gonna cook my plants. So they're going to die in a different, probably more miserable way. So I really have to be careful of not allowing that to happen. So as soon as the sun is coming up, I'm going to be getting over here and getting these off of the plants. And then around this time, as we just saw, the slugs are already out. The sun hasn't quite set, but it's gone down behind the trees. And so the garden is definitely starting to go to sleep. And so all of the night creatures are awakening, and that includes apparently the slugs. I have talked about how this year I've really been struggling with slugs more than ever before, and I'm really not sure what changed. The only thing that I can think of is I've used a different straw company, getting it from just like a local farm store versus, where was I getting it before? Lowe's, I think. I put the straw on the garden pretty early. I do not typically do that. I do not mulch heavily before I start planting. Normally, I'm a little bit later in the season, then I weed and I get all of the beds amended. And then once I do that, then I put the seeds in the ground. And once the seeds are pretty big, that's when I come in and I mulch with the straw. So I'm not sure whether that has just kind of made a really nice comfy home for the slugs or what's going on. That's really all that I've changed, so I'm not quite sure exactly what's going on, but I'm really trying to figure it out because it's starting to really take all of my seedlings out and get me a little bit down. So I'm trying not to do that. I'm trying not to get too discouraged and just come up with plans to fight it. And you guys have been so great in recommending things to me, so I really, really appreciate that. And thank you for taking the time to comment and tell me little tricks and tips. This red, well, these are just red cups. They're just cups that we have from, you know, having company over, family over and stuff. And so it just came to me like, how can I protect these plants? And I thought, well, if the slugs can't get to the plant and actually get to the foliage of the plant, then this should work. The only thing that I see as a problem with this is if the slug is hiding underneath anything that is around the plant that is in the circumference of the cup, then the slug is just gonna say a good thank you for protecting me from my natural predator as I destroy your seedling. But I'm not promising it's gonna work, but this is my plan. I'm gonna try it. I've tried the eggshells and that is not working. The slugs seem to just be coming right to the plant and eating the plant. So here we go. Now I'm going to turn you around so that you can see what I'm doing, kind of an up close way. I'm going to take my cup, which doesn't have anything in it, and I'm just going to push it down over my seedling like that. Now, I do want it to be kind of a seal under here, because I think if I don't do that, then they'll just crawl right under it. but we'll see if that protects them. So I just push it down over, and I'm trying to make a seal between the cup and the soil. And if I can, in some cases, I'm even pushing it down under the soil, just because I don't want it to be a situation, like I said, where the slugs can still get in and then they're being protected by the cup as well. Now, maybe one of you knows what actually preys on slugs. I need to look that up. It's not been something that I needed to look up before because I haven't ever struggled with this like this. So if any of you know what is a natural predator for slugs, that would be really helpful for me. I'm actually gonna look it up tonight as well, see if I can figure it out. So I realized I had some coming up over here as well, and I had run out of cups, so I ran back inside to both get the sweater as well as more cups. So I'm just going to kind of scoot it in here and push it into the soil a little bit. Now my hope also is that I'm not damaging the plant, but at this point, whether it's me that's damaging them or the slugs, they're getting damaged. So I am using this as a chance to educate myself, and maybe you guys, if it works. And it looks like one came up here, but has already been eaten right there. So that's all of my cucumbers protected. Now I have a couple more cups. I'm gonna bring them over here and see if I can protect some of these over here as well. Now, how am I gonna do this without damaging them? Okay, let's try that. Now the straw is making it difficult to do, but we're figuring it out. I think we'll try that, and let's see if there's any more that I can do over here. Like I said, I have this whole stack. I'm gonna protect these cosmos because I really want to have these cosmos. They're the double Dutch pink ones. Now, whatever this other weed is that's coming, it's beautiful. And last year I let it grow, and I think this year I'm going to as well, because it's such a striking plant. But I also have cosmos in here. Not cosmos, I'm sorry, zinnias that I planted that I don't want to be drowned out also. Oh my goodness, there's so many of them. Which ones do I cover? Which one looks like it's doing the best? All right, we're gonna go with this one. And there you go, little friend. Give you a hat for the night. Why not just cover this guy? And there's a rock right there. That might cause us some issue. All right, I think, ooh, I wonder, do you see how this one has been eaten? Oh, hold on, let me move this so I can get in there. Do you see how this one has been eaten, but it still has those that little center bit? I wonder if that will actually come back and sprout new leaves. All right, let's go for a search. See if we can find any more that need our assistance. Oh, you know what I should cover are the tomatoes. So, here we go. Now the slugs don't seem to be getting these. I think this guy got stuck in his seed cap, and I just didn't catch it soon enough. But that's okay. As long as one is doing well, really one tomato plant right there is all I need. The one last year just did amazingly. So let's walk down here as well. Now, oh, I'm caught in the rose. Here we go. Wow, a lot of these came up. That's very cool. Let's clear that out. Oh, I really hope I'm not damaging them. when I push all the soil down like that, it just is alarming. I think that is all I can do for now. There are so many. I wanted to protect the basil too, but there are so many of them spread out that I don't know how I wouldn't damage them trying to protect them. And the chamomile is the same. But maybe these are small enough that they're just not worth the trouble for the slugs. You guys are laughing right now, aren't you? This is what I'm hoping, okay? Like, look how small that is. I'm internally laughing at myself too. But you know what? Maybe they don't like the flavor. Who knows? Right. We got them all covered and we're gonna just see how it goes. Like I said at the beginning of this video, I really have never tried this. I've never seen anybody else try it, so I have no idea if it's going to work or not, but I will keep you guys updated. I'll probably wait a couple days and see how it's going. Guys, it is the following morning. It is Saturday morning, so I'm out here a little bit late, but it has been cloudy, so God has been looking out for me, and we're gonna take these cups off and see how they're doing. Let's see. Yay, it's still there. Number 2 is still there. Number 3. Hopefully those don't blow away. I think that one was already being eaten on. Yes, that one's good. And that one's good too. Those two were already suffering before. Ow. Oh, that one's gone. No, it's not. It's right there. I was looking for it in the middle. Oh, good. All of those survived. That one was gone already. Where else did I put them? A water droplet on there. All right, looks like everybody fared pretty well. The last one is the tomatoes over here. Nice. Yay! Okay, first night seems to have worked with the cups. All right, here we are, guys. Day 3 on our red cup experiment. Oh, something else is eating it. Alright, where else do we have them? Over here, I think. Oh, I forgot to do the cosmos, but they're doing okay. Oh, why did I come on this side? Oh, there's one in there right now. Okay, maybe I trapped it in there. I don't know. Okay, well, that's the first one we've seen. Oh, the tomatoes look good. Okay, so other than that one we saw, day 3 looks like it's working as well. And then, you know, like edit and post the video, and then do kind of a follow-up to this video also to say, hey, it worked, or it really didn't work, or it didn't work at all and my plants are still okay, but we're still trying to find a solution. But like I said in the beginning of the video, one of the more important things is going to be that making sure that I get out here in time to uncover them before the sun hits it and just makes this a teeny tiny hot box that just cooks my plants. So thank you guys for watching. Pray for me to figure out what is going on with the slug situation in my garden. I also want to put beer traps up as well. So I think I'm just going to use these again, and I'm going to just probably, you know, cut them off and then bury them in the soil a little bit. And apparently something about the beer attracts the slugs, and then they fall into the beer and drown, I think. So I'm gonna try that as well and see if that works. But I think I'm going to give this cup idea maybe a couple days and see if it is anything to write home about or tell you guys about. And then kind of go from there. And reseed, I think I'm gonna wait just a little bit longer to reseed and see if the heat helps kind of get rid of the slugs. I almost said the sloths. Don't have sloths, have slugs. And see if the heat helps get rid of them. But then what I run into then is like when the slugs disappear, then other predators are coming. Like I am dreading the impending Japanese beetle plague that is soon approaching my garden. It is unreal. Normally those are the pests that really make me consider quitting gardening, and that's saying a lot. Last year I spent many tearful conversations on the phone with my mom saying, what is going on? Because I don't want to treat with any kind of chemical. I very much need and want my garden to be an organic space as much as I have control of. So yeah, so we'll do a Japanese beetle episode of pests in the garden and in the organic garden, but in the garden in general, when the Japanese beetles arrive. But as of right now, we're fighting the slugs. So I want to try to get my plants established enough so that when the next wave of pests happen, they're established enough to be able to handle it possibly a little bit better. So say a prayer, put advice in the comments for me. Thank you guys so much again for the advice that you have given and commenting. It really does mean so much for me, and I think I can say for other content creators, when you guys engage with us in the comment section. It lets us know that we're creating interesting content you guys are engaged in, as well as just the simple help and advice that you guys give us, or simply the help and the advice that you guys give us, is really valuable, because it's really just me here in my garden with my camera. And, you know, figuring it out, just like all of the gardeners in the world, you never fully figure out gardening. You might have it figured out for a season, but then the next season comes along and something changes and it doesn't tell you about it, and you have to try to figure out what changed and why it changed and move and shift with it. But it is such a beautiful process. I'm in that process of moving with it, and I'm moving a little bit slower, which is okay. But thank you guys for watching. Thank you for joining me in my garden this evening. It is beautiful. The birds are chirping and we're trying to figure out our slug problem.